What's happening, guys? Charles Salisbury here. Thank you so much for joining me as ever. Today we're going to be talking about a huge favourite of mine. It's the Restore Perfecting Spray by Living Proof. If you've watched any video of mine or if you've read any of my ebooks, you know I'm a massive fan of leave-in conditioners anyway. For those of you who don't really use leave-in conditioners or don't really know what they are, they're basically what they say on the tin. They're a product that you use after shampoo and conditioner, rinse out your conditioner, towel dry, pop some of this in, and it will help no end when it comes to combing through. I use this on almost all my clients. I find it's conditioned enough to get the comb through, to get the brush through. It's gonna save me time when I'm with a client, but I find it light enough to be able to get a bit of volume through there when it comes to blow drying. Obviously, I'd layer it with the volumizing products, and we're gonna come to that. Actually, I'd layer it with the volumizing products. You're not gonna get the volume from this alone. You'd have to put something else in afterwards, a finishing product, but that's not what this is designed for. This is designed to even out the porosity of the hair, to be able to make it easier for you to brush through so you don't get so much snappage or so much breakage. It's gonna give it a nice shine, a nice feel, a nice texture. You could use this on dry hair, but I'd probably say not to. Maybe if you had dry hair like mine, and it was a little bit dehydrated, you could just pop a tiny bit on the ends and just let that work its magic. But normally I would recommend to use it on wet hair, towel dried, out of the shower. Another big reason why I like this is it has UV protectant in it. It's something we tend to ignore with our hair. Most moisturizers or most face serums will have some kind of UV protectant in it, be it UVA or UVB protectant in it, but it's something we neglect more with the hair. But obviously, if it's affecting your skin, it's affecting your hair. So if you're thinking about it summer, or you swim a lot, or you're around these environmental factors where you're in a sunny, then something with a UV protectant is going to be so great. It also means you can decrease the amount of products you use, because you don't need to have a specialized UV protectant or a specialized serum. You can pop this in, comb it through, brush it through, let it air dry naturally, knowing full well that you've got the condition back in there, the evenness of the porosity, and those UV protectors. Great for summer, great for beach weather, great for swimmers, great for dehydrated hair, but it's still light enough that if you have finer hair or you're new to leave-in conditioners, this is still quite a fine mist spray. So you can see it's not like a thick, white, opaque substance. It's very transparent. It's non-greasy. You can see it's almost disappeared into my skin straight away. It's not gonna be as like heavy set. That means that if you do need something that's really, really strong, you're probably better off with a cream. This is more for people with coloured hair, people with a bit dry hair, but nothing super dehydrated. Of course, if you had super dehydrated hair, you could always layer this with a serum on afterwards. So you pop this in, brush it through, pop a serum on, and then the two combined are gonna give you a really nice seal shine finish. But for everybody else, that might be a little bit too heavy for you. So it's good to try this out and then see if you need anything else on top afterwards. Living Proof haven't paid me for this post at all. This is just something that I use a lot on clients and I really, really like. Like I say, I find the spray light, I find it nice, and you're not gonna overlay the head by it spraying everywhere or super thick. Like I've used some in the past that leave a big white, they're basically like a big white cream here. They're very difficult to use. I prefer to spray them in my hand and then put them through the hair, just because I don't want it going in the roots. This, you don't need to put it on the roots. You don't need to put it on the roots because of the directionalness of the spray, which is gonna be so much easier if you're using it yourself, especially on the back of your head where you can't look at what you're doing. It also smells great without being overpowering. I really don't like too sickly sweet hair products, and I find that Living Proof scent is quite fresh but natural, which means it's something great to use. It's not going to overpower your perfume, it's not going to overpower your general aroma, or it's going to freshen up the hair without adding too much of a sweet, overbearing aroma. That's just a personal preference of mine. I find if you're using a lot of hair products and a lot of skin products as well as a perfume, they all fight for attention now, and I feel like scent should play a back role when it comes to hair products. Unless of course you're using a hair perfume, but that's a totally different thing. So all in all, give this a try. The UV protectant and the heat protectant means if you're not too much of a product lover, you can just use this. But if you are somebody that needs a bit of extra shine, a bit of moisture, you could layer a bit of serum on top like I was saying before. And if you've got dry hair but you want a bit of volume, you can pop this in and then pop your volumizing product on top, and this isn't going to interfere with it too much. It's just going to give you a little bit more slip with the brush, which is going to make it a lot easier for you to do your own hair without getting it tangled. Sometimes when you use a mousse, it becomes too crunchy. This will, if you put this in before, that'll loosen that effect a little bit. I would always spray this in mid-length to ends, as I would do with any normal leave-in conditioner. Start off with a little and then you can always add more. 2 reasons for that: you don't want to overpower the hair, you don't want to over-condition it or make it too heavy. Obviously if you just emptied this bottle, it would make it, even though it's light, it'll make it too heavy. But also, products are expensive. You don't want to be wasting the product. So start out with a little bit. If you can get away with that and brush through your hair, then that's fantastic. Remember that for next time, and then you're laughing. Now, a question I get asked sometimes, and it's more from people with finer hair or people that lack volume in their hair, is should you use a conditioner if you're using this as well? Now, I would always recommend yes. A rinse out conditioner is a little bit different to a leave-in conditioner. They're a bit stronger. They will seal the hair a little bit more. This is designed to be used shampoo, conditioner, leave-in. If you never condition your hair, or you do not like the way that you've not found the right conditioner yet, yes, you could just use this. That is certainly better than shampooing and then just leaving it, because then you're leaving your hair open. It's going to get the environmental damage and it's going to lose its colour quicker. It's going to get damaged, you're going to need it cut, it's going to be drier. So using something like this will help you no end. But I would always recommend shampoo, conditioner, leave-in conditioner. If you really, really hate conditioners, then yes, just this will be better than nothing. Obviously, because it's leave-in and not rinse out, it is always going to be lighter. So yeah, it is. If you find that conditioners are too heavy, fair enough. This will be better, but it's also not going to give the same effect as I was saying before about closing those cuticles off, evening out that porosity. Won't have the same effect. And that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more about porosity in your own hair texture, check out the video up at the top here. And if you want to see how to make your own natural hair mask, check out the video below. Use the logo around here somewhere, the CWS. Thanks guys, take care.